Okay, so we all think we know what makes a great doctor, right? But what does the data actually say? We're going to dive into a real-world example here, looking at the public profile of a podiatrist out of Marietta, Georgia, to see if we can figure out what really makes for an amazing patient experience.
It all kicks off with this one number, 4.98 out of 5. Wow. So this is the overall rating for Dr. Candice Escalea from 91 verified patient reviews on ZocDoc. And yeah, that's a seriously impressive score. But you know, a number by itself, it's just a number. The real story is what's behind it.
So, how do you even get a score that high? Well, you've got to look at what people are actually saying. Take this review from James W., for example. He talks about excellent patient care and a friendly, welcoming staff. And that right there tells you something huge. It's not just about the doctor. It's the whole team, the whole vibe of the place that makes people feel truly looked after.
Okay, so let's really break these numbers down. What are they actually telling us about what patients want from their healthcare?
Now, this is what's really wild. The consistency. A whopping 98% of her patients on ZocDoc gave her a perfect 5-star rating. Think about that. That's not just a good average. That's practically everyone agreeing on the same thing. It's a massive thumbs up from the people who actually went there.
And here's how she does it. Look at this. A perfect 5.0 for bedside manner. That's that all-important human connection. And then, check out her respect for people's time. A nearly perfect score for wait times. 100% of patients waited less than 30 minutes. I mean, when you put those two things together, a great bedside manner and not making you wait forever, that's a winning combo for sure.
You know, that mix of respecting your time and actually being caring, that really gets to the core of why going to the doctor can be so stressful for a lot of us. And like this patient says, an office that truly understands patient care, well, that doesn't just happen by accident. There's got to be a real philosophy behind it. So, if it's not just luck, what's the secret sauce? Let's take a look at the philosophy that's driving all these incredible reviews. Okay, so right there on her private practice website, she spells it out. Look at the words she uses: simple, stress-free, and effective. I love that. It tells you right away that her focus isn't just on, fixing your foot. It's about the entire experience, from the second you pick up the phone to all the follow-up stuff. And as you keep reading through the reviews, you see this one thing pop up again and again and again. It seems to be the absolute core of that whole stress-free idea. And it's so simple. It's just listening. This is it, right here. This quote just nails it. The patient says she asked intuitive questions, but more importantly, she listened. And then they say they felt like a patient, not a number. That's the whole game. It's how that perfect bedside manner score connects directly to making someone feel heard, feel valued. It's not just about getting treatment, it's about being seen as a person. But of course, all of this great patient care and this thoughtful philosophy, it doesn't just come out of nowhere, right? It's all built on a super solid foundation of top-notch medical training and real expertise. The how she treats patients is totally backed up by the what of her training. So let's just quickly run through her credentials. She's got her bachelor's, then medical school at the New York College of Podiatric Medicine. Then she did not one, but 2 demanding residencies at VA healthcare centers, and on top of all that, she's board certified. So yeah, she's definitely put in the work.
And all that training means she can handle pretty much anything you throw at her. We're talking the whole range, from really serious stuff like diabetic foot care and sports injuries to more common things like ankle sprains or just a regular foot checkup.
So where do you actually find her? Well, this part is pretty interesting. She has this kind of hybrid setup, where she combines the personal feel of her own private practice with the muscle of a big local hospital system. And this is a really smart way to do it. So you have her private practice, Prestige Ankle and Foot Care, which one patient called a smaller practice with a patient-focused mentality. I love that description. But she's also affiliated with the huge WellStar Health system. So you're getting the best of both worlds, really. You get that personal, focused attention, but with all the resources of a big hospital network behind it. So when you put it all together, you start to see the whole picture, right? A 5-star doctor isn't an accident. It's almost like a recipe. You start with these amazing, data-proven patient ratings. You add in a clear philosophy of stress-free, patient-first care. You build all that on a solid foundation of expert training. And the key ingredient, the thing that holds it all together, just listening.
And maybe this final quote says it all. You've got a patient who, by the way, is a doctor themselves, saying the experience was so good it was worth the drive from a whole other town, and then they say no one else can compare. I mean, wow, that's when you know you really got something special.
So all of this leaves us with one final question to think about. We've seen what a 5-star experience looks like for her patients, but what about for you? When you think about it, what really defines a 5-star healthcare experience in your book? What are the things that matter most, beyond just the medicine?